What happened?
Are you guys gonna watch us?
Live.
So they sit in watch chairs, so don't mess up our reputation.
Yusuf, you can chime in whenever you want.
Yusuf ain't ready for this conversation. عدو معه وقت.
يفكر من ذا الحين. يبقى على التشويس الصح.
Do y'all need me to send y'all? I'm gonna send in the group. And if y'all wanna send the link to people, y'all can do that too. I mean, I guess I'm only gonna post it here on Facebook, right? I don't post this anywhere else.
Hey, isn't it called Meta now?
Meta?
Facebook called Meta?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Bro?
Yeah, I've seen it on TikTok.
I'm surprised you know about that. You don't got a Facebook.
No, the radio. I listen to the radio.
It's on TikTok.
So there's like a Meta sound? I mean, a Meta
logo.
symbol, logo?
Is it still blue?
Yeah. I mean, it's a better name, to be honest with you. It sounds like they're taking over. That's what that word sounds like.
No, Facebook. It's their face. You know? And it's their book. It's their
Facebook
life book.
is the number one, is like everything.
I like the name. Look, come on, MySpace? That was hilarious.
Something about Instagram, Facebook owns all of them. WhatsApp.
Really? Oh, that's why they all shut down that one time.
Yeah, and so that's why he said instead of calling everything Facebook, because Facebook has its own thing, Facebook is still Facebook.
Oh, that's just the umbrella?
Yeah,
And these are
it
all
used to be
underneath?
called Facebook, the whole company. Now he changed it to Meta, and then Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp is under Meta.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, because it used to be called Facebook.
What used to be called Facebook?
Everything. Instagram, WhatsApp. Like, they used to be owned by Facebook. Now they're owned by Meta. Whoa, what's that? Is that you, Abid?
No.
Moving around? Alright, last one.
That's not me.
Who's mess?
3 and 3.
Alright.
That triple.
All day. No, because it's a large, that's why. I need the sugar to get all over the cup. But if it was a medium, 2 and 2.
Double.
Double. If it's a small, single. Speaking of single, I'm going to tell you how not to be single.
Oh! I'm going to do the silence for you.
And create an account on Muslim Mingle. You know, like Christian Mingle?
Corn.
I think there's a Muslim Mingo.
Oh, is there?
I think is there a Muslim Mingo and
Alright.
a Minder?
Y'all ready to get this show on the road?
Yeah.
Let's get going. Let me just make sure the frequencies, everybody's looking good. I look solid. Moti, you want to say what's up right quick?
Yo.
Alright, then Sada, you want to say hello?
Hi.
Alright, then Abid, you want to say what up?
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Yep, everybody looks good. And so there's only one way you can start a show like this, when you have everybody over here like this. Alright? This is how you gotta start the show. You're gonna have to clap it up a little bit. Alright? Go ahead, Moti. What you cheesing for, Moti? I know the shoulders moving. Oh, the leg moving.
They got a camera on the leg.
Alright. He got no camera on his leg. We are officially live. Wow, that was loud, but we are officially live. This is Omar Thabet from the Table Talk.
That would be kind of cool to have
A family podcast?
Yeah.
This is Omar Thabet from the Table Talk podcast. We are officially live. We have Abir Thabet, Big Sis Abir, co-host Abir. Shema Ghalib couldn't make it today. She is not going to be in the building today. And our two guests, well, let me start out with the familiar face from the Fantasy Guys Sunday show.
Yes, sir.
Big Bro Moti. And then you got Little Sis is in the building today. Her first time on a podcast, if I'm correct. And she is here to spit some knowledge as well. First time on a podcast, so we're gonna have some fun with Little Sis Sada Thab in the building.
Quick,
go ahead.
Quick disclaimer: if we bust out in a laugh,
it's family stuff.
It's
ain't my fault.
Affectuous.
Hey, just
we can't stop.
did Sada just say a 3-letter word? I mean, a 3-syllable word.
And you know what's
What
funny?
is it?
No, I'm not gonna repeat it. I can't repeat it.
Erica Reese. Erica. Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah. What's up, Erica? Shout out to Erica. So let me just quickly just say this. I thought that no, there's Latoya. Right? Latoya.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, our topic today is about finding the right spouse, right? So we're gonna have a conversation about finding the right spouse. I just want to get two things straight up off the table before I even get into the sponsors. Number one, obviously we're not professionals. We're not sitting here talking to you to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. This is the right way of doing it. No, we're here to share our stories, and our assumption is that there are people who went through similar stories to us, maybe not specific, but just a general situation. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And the second thing I want to say is, why do this? Well, because it can help people.
Yeah.
You know, having these conversations that people are uncomfortable having, it helps people. You know, you might not see it in public eye, but, you know, behind closed doors, I even had people reach out to me sometimes in past conversations that we've had where they've thanked me for having the conversation or having the table talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's important.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space. We're here to help. We're here to help. So before we get into that, I do want to give a shout out to the sponsors. The sponsors of this week is Leo's Coney Island and Give to Gain. We're going to start off with Give to Gain. Shout out to the Give to Gain. It's a non-profit organization that sponsors orphans in Yemen. 100% of all the donations goes to the less fortunate. Why Yemen? The largest humanitarian crisis in aid operation is in Yemen. 5 million people are at risk of famine. 15 million people need water or sanitation support. So, if you want to donate to Give to Gain, their Venmo is at give2gain. Zelle is 313-445-8638. And then their Cash App is the money symbol give2gain. Shout out to everybody there. Shout out to Rico. Appreciate you, Rico, for putting light onto this situation. Gold sponsor, by the way, is Give to Gain. Speaking of numbers, if you want to call in, feel free to call in. Shema Ghalib is chiming in saying, okay, Sarah. Shout out to Shema. She couldn't make it today. Shay Strong's in the building with us.
Hey.
But like we said, if you want to call in, the number is 313-306-1750. I said it slow for Shay. Ready? 313-306-1750. There you go. I bet it's catching on to that point. If you want to call in. It's also pinned in the comments. If you don't know the number, you couldn't get a hold of it, it's pinned on the top of the comments as well.
It was so much fun hearing from you guys last week. Like, it was nice. It gave the show a little bit of spice. So.
Zach, can you actually turn off the heater? I knew there was something I forgot to mention. Make sure you turn off the heater as well, because that's the background noise. If y'all hearing something, we apologize, but you will be shutting down really soon. And the one thing I also want to say is mashallah. You know, mashallah, I'm happy to be here with the family. You know what I'm saying? And mashallah for that. You know, we appreciate that, and being able to do this together is really awesome. With all that said, first of all, Sada, how do you feel doing your first ever podcast? Do you feel any jitters?
Yeah, I'm so nervous right now.
Pre-game jitters?
Yeah.
You're in the best situation. At least you're doing it with your family right now, so you feel comfortable. Imagine, like, you have to do it with...
Don't even look at just act like we're at home and how we debate on everything anyways.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's a fragile...
conversation. It is a fragile conversation. So. Moti, Table Talk, first premiere on Table Talk. Last week you called in. Now you are in the show talking. What's going on, Tizzle?
Yeah, I mean, always wanted to be on the show.
You sound like a serious. It sounds like you really did.
Because it's a serious topic. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like.
I feel like we're gonna learn a little bit from each other.
Yeah. You know what? In these conversations we do.
Yeah.
You know, because we're always joking around a lot and stuff, and I feel like when we have serious conversations, we do learn off each other.
Yes.
Of course.
Sure.
So I want to let you know, the people that are watching, because we do have people watching right now, feel free to comment anything you want to say. If there's a question that you have, feel free to shoot the question as well. But what I want to mention to you is that we're all coming to the table in different situations. You know, Sada is not married yet.
And
she's never been married. I'm sorry, she's never been married. Moti has been married and now is part of a blended family. You know, myself, I'm just married person. And then Abid was previously married and currently not married as well. So that's, you know, we're all coming to this table with different ways about it, and just want to make sure that we can try to answer any way possible, any help any way we can. Qamar Zindani chimed in and said hello. Shout out to Qamar. We're in the building, Qamar. If you guys want to share anything, my heart is melting watching this right now. That's what Shema Ghalib said. I'm happy that you said that. I appreciate it, Shay.
Call in, Shay.
Shay, if you wanna,
seriously, we miss you.
Yes, if you want to call in, Shay, feel free to call in. With that said, you're ready to get the ball on the road. I'm looking at my notes. I think I talked about everything and talked about the show and everything like that. So, again, today's topic is about finding the right spouse. We are not professionals. I'm going to say that again. But we are going to try to help you the best way we can. if we can. If not, thanks for watching the show, and just another show on
It's
Table Talk.
entertainment.
Even like it, like we might give you a perspective that you didn't know of. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or an idea like, oh, you know, that's smart to think about or whatever.
And as Amar said before, it's 4 different perspectives.
100%.
So
From the same
this is
house
gonna
though.
be interesting.
It's funny because we all are raised the same. Like we're all raised in the same house.
Yeah.
So even
Yes.
that just shows you that it doesn't matter. Like kind of, no matter what, like everybody has different wants and needs, and you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's still the same outcome.
All right. First of all, we have a question. Somebody asked Moti, "Is that the $2,000 boy?"
No. Yeah, I kept that at home.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? It's the $1,500 boy.
Okay, 15. Who's somebody smiling back there? Is that Yusuf or
know.
Zach? All right, how is everyone?
Hey,
Special
Zach's
guest
ears
Sada and
perked up. He was
Bromo.
like,
So yeah, Qamar Zindani saying, how's everybody? Alhamdulillah, we're good, Qamar. We are ready to get the show on the road. So Qamar, feel free to ask us any questions as well, or you can call in. Again, the number is 313-306-1750.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we I mean, she had the most viewed.
Oh
show,
man,
right?
Qamar, I told
We were
Qamar.
trying to top that.
I was like,
so
6
do
Mile was in the building
All
that
day,
day.
6 Mile
Oh,
represented.
man.
6 Mile was in the building that day. I felt it. I
No,
felt
it
people
shows.
I felt people throwing up the 6 Mile while watching that show. I just
It
knew what was
shows.
going on. All right, but anyways, let's get the show seriously on the road. With that said, this is a pretty serious topic because this is something that obviously everybody looks into at one point in their lives. So, why is it important to find the right spouse? Mohammed, I'm gonna start off with al-akh al-kabir. All right, so Moti.
Hadir.
Yeah. Why is it important to find the right spouse?
See, man, this is what happens at home.
We can do it. We can do it. All right, first of all, I do want to say we have Zach and Yusuf in the building as well. Little bros. Stop. Yes, we need to call a timeout. We're sorry, everybody. The only reason why I laugh. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Moti.
I can say
Hey,
it.
listen, man.
Yeah,
I'm literally crying.
You know what? Now I got it. But listen,
Okay, let's go.
Oh my God.
listen. I be doing good on these podcasts. You
He
guys
does.
are messing me up.
He does.
alright?
He does a good job. All right, so why is it important to find the right spouse, Moti?
What's going on?
I'm trying.
I'm done. It's not me.
I mean, go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
done.
Start.
Okay. It's important to find the right spouse because no matter what, this is the person that you're going to spend, well, you hope to spend the rest of your life with. So you want that person, you really want to think and choose wisely because at the end of the day, like, they're going to affect you in every way. If you had it's a serious conversation right now. Anyways, they're gonna affect you in a good way or a bad way. Say for instance, you're having a very, very, very bad day, and this person lightens your mood and makes you happy, makes you forget about it, or helps you out, or gets you through it. Like there's a difference. So it's important because in every aspect in life, like your health can be affected when you don't have the right spouse. Mm-hmm. Your finances could be affected if you don't have the right spouse. Someone that isn't, helping you save money and contributing. Like your just everything. Your kids, you guys. That's the most important thing because this person is going to be tag teaming you to raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of like the biggest decision of your life because that's the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, and that's the person that you're supposed to build with, so it's very important.
All right, I just want to let you know that we got people laughing. People are cracking up right now. So there's people chimed in. We love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. That's what's going to happen. I mean, it's a serious topic where we're going to laugh a little bit too. And comment any questions we have. Abid had a great answer. I just want to touch on this a little bit, then I'm going to let Moti answer. One thing you forgot to, I think you mentioned this. I don't know though. Completing half your deen. Yes, and that was the biggest one too. With everything Abid said, but I agree with everything. And
I
also
was trying to fight through a laugh, but
yeah, completing half your deen as well. But Motizzle, what do you got? Why is it important to find the right spouse?
I mean, for me, it's important because because of my mental, man. I just feel like a spouse completes that, man. Like it's like somebody you can talk to when you get home. Somebody that can help you solve a problem if you have one. Abid mentioned a lot of great points, which I was thinking on my mind. But yeah, man, I mean, with me as mental, like me with the money part, having two incomes does help, but to me that's not important. It's more mental than physical. Everybody gets married, especially when you're young and You know, everybody talks about physical. You know, and I'll be honest with you guys, the best marriage is not the physical part. You know, it's the mental. It's it's the companionship. It's the communication. I feel like that's what makes the marriage, successful. You know, I look at, me personally, when I look at marriages, I look at years.
Yeah.
How many years this couple been together, and that tells me that's a successful marriage. I don't look at, they're feeding each other on TikTok or in front of people, or they're, whatever these little
gimmicks
people pull off in front of people. I don't look at stuff like that, because nobody knows what happens at home. Everybody, lives their own life at home, so nobody knows what happens. But me, I look at years. You look at this person been together for 30 years. I don't care if they're arguing. That's love.
Yeah,
30 years, that's love. Because, I'm at a point where I think everybody should be at a point right now. It's, why would you want to be in a toxic relationship?
No.
Absolutely not.
You only have one life to live. Find that right person. If that's, even if it's 3, 4, 5 times, so what? Don't worry about people talking about. Yeah. You have to find that right person because mental health is very important.
Yes.
100%.
Sada, I know you're not married, but for somebody, obviously everybody looks to get married. So why is it important to find the right spouse from the perspective of someone that is not married, though?
You guys kind of got all the points, but I would say for sure the reason why it's so important is because, one, it is half of your deen for a reason, and also you're going to be spending with that person hopefully for the rest of your life, and like all the things that Muhammad and Abid said, you don't want to spend it with a drag. You don't want to have to, go through it, be miserable and whatnot. Like you want to make sure that you're with somebody that's going to make you happy and make you a better person every single day, because at the end of the day, you're going to be judged by it. You want to be standing with that person and meeting them and getting and whatnot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you guys both, I love that you mentioned half your deen. Like, the being with the right person can make you closer to Allah.
Absolutely.
Or can make you further, because you're going to be making bad choices because you don't want to be with that person. You know what I'm saying? It could be like you can get so much hasanat, good deeds, when you're happy with the person, because you're going to want to do everything from your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's not forcefully like, I have to take her out, or I have to buy her this, or I have to tolerate this or that and that. But imagine really liking that person. You're going to be doing all the good. You're going to be doing all the good hasanat and doing all the good deeds.
And finding hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the whatever call. Hey, hold on 1 second, Shay, because I want to put Moti on the spot too. 1 second, okay? Because we got people saying, first of all, ML chimes in, said that's a misconception. I don't think being married for 30 years doesn't always mean love.
I was going to touch on that, but I was going to wait until another question.
And then Adna then mentioned, I don't think years mean anything. So,
okay. Can I say my comment?
Yes, you say your comment, and then we'll let Moti explain, then we'll let Shay then chime in as well. But go ahead, Sada.
With that, it's a little tough with that, because a lot of people, the wife or the husband, will stay those years because kids.
Yeah, that's what
kids
Emel
is
mentioned.
The number one thing,
Emel
and then
mentioned
two,
kids.
Especially women, they feel like that they have nothing better. They won't have anything better leaving a toxic relationship, so they rather stay and just have a not a companionship, but just to have a
roommate
that's
a teammate.
It's better for them to be with them than at home. But
yes.
Can I defend myself?
Yes.
This podcast today. What's the title of the podcast?
Finding the right spouse.
Or find the right spouse. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I brought up years, not to compare it to your.
The wrong spouse for yours. The right spouse for yours.
Exactly. So I'm saying, in my opinion, I look at years because I think that's love. Like, is it really love? Then that's their problem. I don't know what's going on in their house, or I don't know what's the situation there. But in my opinion, that's not the right spouse. If you're in a relationship for 30 years and you're not happy, that's not the right spouse, and that's not what we came here to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and another thing I just want to add on about finding the right spouse, why is it important, is because of teamwork and getting stuff done.
Yes.
And they could motivate you to do better things. Shout out to Emmett. I want to give a shout out to my wife. Great team. Great. I love her, and she does an amazing job of just being support. And when you do have that support system, because that's what it is. When you find the right spouse, you feel like you have a great support system. And, alhamdulillah, that's one thing that I can for sure just sit here and vouch and say, she does an amazing job with supporting and being there and just everything. You know what I'm saying? And
Just
that's
knowing
very
that you
important.
have that partner in life. You know what I'm saying? The one that is gonna accept you for everything that you come with and help you become even better.
Yes, exactly. Shay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shay. What was it that you were calling about, Shay?
Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. It kind of like lagged on me, so I just wanted to catch it.
Yes.
But I think you guys actually hit what I was gonna say, and I'm just gonna wait it out and see what other questions you guys got for me.
All right,
Okay.
sounds
I'm
good.
I'm glad that Tizzle clarified himself because yours ain't crap.
All day.
Yeah, Moti. People are already attacking Moti.
Leave my brother alone.
I'm ready.
I fought him, so I was just gonna have to clarify. I was like, yo, you didn't mean 30 years of staying in a toxic marriage. It's supposed to be the complete opposite. You want to be in a blissful marriage. 30 years.
Facts. I have my rebuttals ready.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're not. This conversation is not necessarily for like the bad part.
The negative.
Of
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
more like
We're trying to avoid that.
positive, which is honestly, and that's why I'm so happy that every single one of you guys have a positive perspective on marriage, and you guys will do this conversation justice. So I'm proud of you guys, and I'm looking forward to hearing what y'all got.
Love
Thank you, Shay. Appreciate it, Shay.
You're welcome. All right, I'm listening.
Thank you.
Here for it.
Thank you, Shay. Appreciate it. All right, that's Shay. The co-host of this show as well. Shout out to Shay. She is listening right now. So we kind of talked about finding the right spouse. I think we kind of started off with the introduction answer pretty well. So I'm going to move on to what are the top 3 things you look for in a man or woman. So from big brother to big sister. All right, so obviously what are the top 3 things you look for in a man, big sis?
Okay, so I'm just gonna flat out and say how hard this was because at the end of the day, like 3 things only, like it's like
I said top 3.
Okay, top 3. But you know what I did?
I didn't say what are 3 things.
I know, but I merged stuff.
Yeah. I was finding a hard time with 3 too, but it's okay. I mean, I got 3.
So number 1, I feel like righteousness, and with righteousness, it's not just about deen. Obviously, you want deen, whatever, but it's akhlaq, their character. If they're loyal, if they're kind to their family, if they're good to the community, if they help out, if they're like just the whole like. Just a good person, you know what I'm saying? And in all aspects in that way. That's why I picked righteousness, the first one. Number 2, before I used to think, oh, it's shallow to be this way or whatever, and I never used to care, but you have to have attraction. You have to have attraction. And with attraction, it's not only looks, it's their personality, it's how they're funny, it's how they carry themselves. You just have to want to be around that person. You have to want to wake up to that person every single day. Like, you have to. You cannot not be attracted. You can't say, oh, it doesn't matter, looks don't matter, but whatever. No, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
Attraction's a good one. It's a good way of breaking it down. You didn't just say like looks or something.
Yeah,
you know
no.
what I'm
It's
saying?
like just
or
you're attracted to their charisma, their vibe, their whatever. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
sometimes they can
Zach,
not
I
be...
see a fist pump. Update me, Zach. What's going on?
You like that?
12-10. No, he's talking about MSU basketball game right now.
Oh my
First game
God.
of college basketball. But go ahead, Sada.
No, because, like, you made me forget
I'm sorry.
my train
I'm
of
so
thought.
sorry.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
go
do
ahead.
That's
my
me.
number 3.
That's my fault.
And this one is don't come at me being a gold digger. That's not I didn't want to use it as in that aspect, but financial responsibility.
Okay.
So there's so much to go into that. Like, are they working towards a job? Do they have goals? Are they ready to take care of a family? Are they putting like, is their mindset like goal orientated? Like, we have the same vision. We have same aspirations, ideas, thoughts, all that type of stuff. Like, just financial responsibility and thinking of the future.
Yeah. That is.
Especially because coming from, like, I'm older. I'm not just out, I'm not really young right after high school or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kind of have that kind of already going for me. Like, I would want someone to have that same mentality.
Well, I'm in need.
Stop. I'm gonna just stop. But yeah,
Oh,
that's
she
my
a
top
gold digger.
three. Top 3: righteousness,
Overtime.
attraction, and financial responsibility.
Hey, whenever we have time,
She's
All right,
gold digger.
there you
if
go.
we have
Let's
enough
just stop it
time,
right there.
Listen, I work hard,
Absolutely.
100%.
so I'm not here waiting for somebody to take care of me.
Period.
Right. So, with that being said, I mean, can we talk? I mean, go ahead.
No. What are you about to go left?
Go ahead.
No. I mean, it's 100% right. Like, I swear to God, I have so much respect for my sisters. Like, and what they accomplish. You guys know. I know we don't tell each other this a lot. I think that's what we lack in our family is we don't tell each other we love each other, and for real.
No,
And,
tough love. Tough love.
It's always been tough love in our family. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think it starts from the top. But as far as the money part, I think like if you're saying you're working hard, I mean, and you know, and you have all your goals intact, and you know, and you want to reach these goals, isn't it kind of him being a little selfish and saying, all right, what about the time for me? You know what I'm saying? And then what if you gotta stop doing that in order for time for him? You know,
Well, putting everyone on the spot,
no,
huh?
no. This is a question from all the women.
Yeah, no, because there's a lot
You're
of
not
people
the
in
only
her
one.
position.
You're not the only one. Yeah. So if he's not goal, you know, or whatever you said,
Orientated.
Yeah, orientated. Okay, maybe you are. Maybe he's not, but he has a job. You know what I'm saying? You know, how is that gonna work?
One of our questions is picky.
Yeah.
Are we
I
being
think-
too
I
like
think
yeah?
that could
So
go with the pickiness.
yeah, that could go with the picky name before we get into that because that's the whole like we're gonna end up going to picky, and I feel like we are.
Alright, okay, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Go
Okay.
ahead.
So yeah.
My 3.
Yes,
Ooh,
go ahead. You
yeah.
go your 3 and then Sada. But let me just say questions right quick though. I mean, people comments because I want to make sure that we touching on everybody's comments. So yeah, I agree. Years do not matter. People stay in a relationship for wrong reasons, but in my opinion, communication is very important. But
Yes.
comprehension plays a big role. You can talk
Oh.
all day, but what's
Are
the
you-
point if the other spouse does not understand
Who's
what you're
that?
trying to
Who's
deliver?
that?
Ibtisam and Khatib.
Oh, yes,
she's,
it's
yes, she's
Sam.
commenting. She's getting high fives. I know it's kind of going backwards, but we've kind of moved on. Finding the right spouse comes down to making sure that that person you want to raise your kids and make sure
Yes.
make your house
You
a
know
home.
what?
Yes.
Who is that?
If they bring you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah will ease everything.
Beautiful.
Brother-in-law
That's
Bilal Sufi.
Wow.
Okay.
No, and that's what I was gonna mention when I forgot.
Really?
Is it's really important to also
Why you
find
say it
a
like that?
spouse to find a spouse that's gonna be a good father or mother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
stop. We got
100%.
top threes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but I'm
Why are we
just-
stealing answers
I
right
wanted
now?
to say-
Alright, so anyways, and then
I
Qamar
know
support is
her
key. And then comment of the year, Sada said, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Moti. I think someone's a comment of the year.
All right.
And then there's a Tom Izzo clown emoji. See, Bilal, you was on a roll until you did that, man. See, he put Tom Izzo clown. But Moti, top 3. Go ahead. By the way, the question is top 3 things you look for in a woman, by the way.
Yeah, I am 33 years old, so my top 3
Young,
definitely changed.
33.
No, young, but I'm saying like my top 3 definitely changed over the years.
For sure.
You know, so now I'm looking at number 1 thing for me is maturity.
Yeah.
Like at my age, I ain't got time for this kid stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have time to like teach you how to be a woman or teach you how to be a wife. I don't have time for that.
Yep.
Like I feel like, you know, at my age, you know, which I have when I'm home, alhamdulillah. You know, I'm just answering it broadly. You know, I just feel like, you know, I don't have time to be, you know, teaching her everything from day one that I feel like she should already know. That's 1. 2 is respect. Like again, you know, I don't have time to teach a woman respect. Like I feel like respect should be taught at home before you even say I do. You know what I'm saying? Like there shouldn't be a moment ever in a marriage, and it goes both ways, men and women. It should never be a moment in any marriage where there's disrespect. All right?
Yeah, Moti went hard on
Yeah,
that. Go ahead.
That's a fine line right there.
Hey, I'm trying to have the most views. I'm trying to.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sada and Moti's holding it down right now.
No,
They're
because
holding it down.
it sucks to be the last one to talk because they're getting all the things that I want to say.
Okay, I got you. I mean, yeah, you're gonna go first. Next
No,
question.
I'm
So I just
trying
want to let you know.
now.
Did you have a third one, Moti? Did
I
you say
did
number 3?
have a third one, man.
Okay.
Okay. I just
Okay.
lost it. But
So Sada, I'm gonna let you go now.
Maturity, respect.
By the way, we got Yusuf Thabet said, proud of my brothers and sisters. Sucks I couldn't make it. I would have great advice. Yusuf, why don't you drive over here and come to the show and you can come on the
He's
show.
literally
Yusuf.
behind the
Yeah.
curtain.
Yeah, I know. I'm being sarcastic, but Yusuf, you can feel free to chime in. You know, we got people, hello, saying hi, it's me, Neda. That's my girl, Sada. Sada got the love right now.
Hey.
Something about 6 Mile people that bring people on the show. But go ahead, Sada.
Hey, Nada. And by the way, you guys, Kimmy Gibbler says hello and
Hey, can we give it? Oh, please. Hey, I got my third one.
Yes.
go.
Responsibility.
Oh.
Nice, yeah.
Again, I ain't got time to teach you how to be responsible. You know, I just feel like people need to go into a marriage, you know, but this is going back to like before you get married. Like, yo, it's okay, even if somebody's there, a third party, a third person is there. talk about what do you guys want.
Yeah,
You brought
we're
up
gonna discuss-
Okay, we're gonna discuss it. Let's get it. Responsibility.
Responsibility. Sarah, what is your top 3?
Okay, so obviously you guys took most of them, but like how I wanted to go by is emotionally, mentally, and then physical. Emotionally, I want somebody that's in tune with their emotions and thinks emotions are important, because that goes with mental health and whatnot. Like, I want somebody that's going to be able to understand that I go through emotions and I understand when they're going through emotions, and they're very kind. We want somebody kind. And then mentally, obviously, someone that is just has ambitions, has goals, has his, head straight up, wrapped around correctly and whatnot. And then physically would have to be obviously attraction. So that's what, you hit it with the attraction and whatnot. So yeah, I think attraction is very important, because if I'm not attracted to your aura, your goals, and your physical, I wouldn't be able to,
I like that one, and I'm gonna tie that with number 3 that I'm gonna have too, because that wraps up everything. I didn't know how to wrap it up, so I took it out.
Yeah, it was
but
hard.
That was a good one. So I do want to make sure I mention that. So my top 3, I just got straight to the point. Number 1 is Dean, because like Billy said, I am all about I want somebody that could raise my kids. Who is somebody that I know is going to take care of the kids, A1, and just do everything correctly. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, that's try your best to do everything correctly. Number 2 is character. That comes like just the kind of person that you are. I know Moti kind of touched on it, and you kind of touched on it as well, and I think Sada too. You just gotta have a good character, whether if it's being
genuine,
silly,
just being genuine. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself.
Caring, and have a big heart, and just being a good person. Like it's really simple. It's not hard. It's not hard to do that, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. It's not hard to be a good person, but it is hard to find. And then the last one, I'm gonna put a tie with attraction, but I put work ethic. This was something that it was very important to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted
and that
somebody.
goes with responsibility as well.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not want to marry a housewife.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like that was not. Because my mindset was, I knew kind of the mindset where I was gonna go in my career, and I knew that 2-income household was what is needed to be in order to continue on what you're doing. At least, for your first 20 years of life, like the struggle years, you know what I'm saying? 10, 15 years. So having somebody that has a work ethic that's, that wants to go out and do stuff, that was very important for me as well. So, those were the top 3 that I looked into. Now moving on to the next one, next question that is, and I'm going to go to you, Sada. And Moti kind of was touching on this, and I didn't know it was the next question. Is there, and this is for people that are commenting, we got questions. So I completely agree. Teaching is great, but a marriage is important to knowledge that we grow and learn together and forever. That's Qamar. I ain't got time to teach, quote unquote, Moti. That's KD said Sada. And then what if he or she pride is better than anything? So I'm guessing it's bigger than anything. So what if the pride is bigger than anything? So
no, I mean,
you can't be prideful.
okay, I'm to each their own. Okay, but I feel like could not be with somebody that is full of pride, because they will pick their pride over you. You got to pick somebody that's going to be able to compromise, meet in the middle, because pride could literally make or break any relationship, any situation. Pride's a hard one, and not
Humble
to get all
yourself. Humble yourself.
not to get all like.
It's good to have pride, but it's
yeah.
not good to have too much pride though. And I believe, that's from what I've been taught. Moti, what do you think?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, she brought up the word compromise. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had to learn how to do that, and I think that's very important in marriage, is to compromise, because when people used to bring it up to me before, I used to think it's a rental car company. and then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, that's enterprise.
That's enterprise.
So, you know what I'm saying?
With the right person, you'll be able
To
to learn how to compromise. You'll be open to compromise. You'll be open to do everything that you thought you would never be able to do.
All right.
Period.
Yes. KD said, I love that you guys are able to have these kind of discussions with your siblings for sure.
people have to understand, like, this is not.
Yeah,
like,
this is foreign to us.
Yeah, I
so-
mean, like we don't
I mean,
usually
I've
do
like we've had.
not all together. I've
Yeah.
had specific conversations with
Yeah.
you. I've had specific, you know,
I don't know if we don't do this have these conversations, but I don't have a problem with these
Oh,
conversations.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's-
Like that's the difference.
But still, like,
we
oh my
don't.
God.
Yeah, you
And
know.
I think we've learned from our experiences too. Like if you asked us these questions 10 years ago, I don't think we'd ever say the same things that we're saying right now.
And a lot
I
of
agree.
things I've
For sure,
answered is
for sure.
because of their experiences of what I've seen and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you guys for chiming in. I have a feeling you guys are gonna want to answer or at least comment on this. And if you want to call in, again, the number is 313-306-1750. And the big question, I'm gonna start off with Sada. Is there such a thing as being too picky? Okay. Is there such a thing when it comes to finding the right spouse? Yes, that is the title. Finding the right spouse. Is there such a thing as being too picky?
I think every man and every woman has the right to be able to say, this is 20 things I want, and this is what I'm looking for. And then they have the right to look for it. Because at the end of the day, you're probably not going to get all that 20 things. But you can find somebody that has probably 15 to 17 of those things. And, again, we talked about compromise or whatnot. But I think you're able to. I think you're able to set your standards, especially when you have accomplished most or all your goals and you're ready to get married. You're not just going to get married to anybody. You're going to want to get married to somebody that meets your level. If anything, like as a woman, I want somebody that's a little higher than me in life and whatnot.
You want to be able to look up to them.
Respect them. You know what I mean? That's how you respect them. You want to look up to them, and vice versa. I'm sure men want a spouse that they could respect and, has her goals and whatnot. And even if you are young and you're looking for marriage or you found somebody that you really like, there's nothing wrong with that as well. You guys could grow together. But I think when one side, especially when the woman has her stuff together and the male does not, it's really hard because, again, pride. Men will have that a lot of men will have that pride where they're like, will get intimidated and whatnot. And sometimes girls will get fed up of having their life situated and they're not. And, and there's no balance. So yes,
you're
I
saying
think
it's
that, go ahead.
You're saying, yeah. So what are you, what is your...
I think you're allowed to have your standards and stand by them.
So
what I'm saying.
You said 15 to 17, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does it matter what those 3 to 5 things are? Like that makes a difference?
I mean, I think everybody has like inside themselves. There's like 3 things that you will never be okay with.
Okay.
So one of the questions at the end is probably one of my questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll get to that. There's 3 things that you probably can't do. Okay, and which is fine. But then there's things that you want and whatnot, and you could always compromise. Or there's sometimes things that maybe you don't know them enough, and when you guys are together, in 5 years from now, that thing that you never thought you'd handle, or the thing that you never thought you'd get from that person, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to have that, to know them. And I think honestly, marriage is more of kind of like a business deal in a sense where like I have this resume, they have this resume. Okay, can we mix together and get together? And you're not going to be with somebody that you don't trust. You know what I mean? You're not going to go into a business with somebody you don't trust, right?
Look at Sada.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like,
I like
that's
that.
I swear. Like love, God will bring in the love. Like you can learn to love somebody. It's more of what do you have to offer on the table for me, and what he has. You know what I mean? And vice versa. And that's how you have a good relationship, in my opinion.
There you go. Hold on.
Is there a suffix?
Yeah. I'm about to get it for right now. I got it ready. That was Moti. Moti took the sound out of my... I was getting it ready. Yup. Good job, Sada. I see you, Sada. Sada speaking
every
facts.
time-
Big General's ready to get married. That was his comment, by the way. Moti, same question to you. Is there such a thing as being too picky?
Like I just said 10 years ago, my answer is yes. Right? Now,
Allah.
Yeah, exactly. Now I was more like, yo, give him a chance. You never know, right? But
I heard that before.
I'm not gonna lie to you. In the past 10 years, there's been some horrible stories.
Yeah.
There's been some horrible situations. There's been horrible relationships, and I'm like, nah. I think a man and woman has the right to be picky, because at the end of the day, you're gonna live with this person, you're gonna be with this person, and inshallah for many years. I mean, that's what you hope. You're gonna probably have kids with this person. So I agree. I mean, Sada mentioned 20 things on the list. I'm not gonna lie. I think 3 to 5.
Hey, I was saying in general.
3 to 5, I think should hit your points. 3 to 5 should tell you, all right, he's somebody I can mess with. But nah, I don't think so. I mean, I think women that are getting close to their 40s should start to lower down.
See, no.
Monty, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
Cancel him. Cancel.
Monty's canceled. He's canceled. Stop.
Let him finish. It's important.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm a big believer of not dying alone. All right,
if you got a kid.
No.
Never settle. Never settle.
Like I said, I said this earlier in the show. I'm not talking about physical, girls, and I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about in the mental game. You don't want to die alone. So
you don't want to be alone.
You don't want to be alone ever. Exactly.
Everyone wants a companion.
Once you get up, you live a longer life when you do have a companion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once you get up in age, I think you should lower your standards a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so you took two things away from that.
I'm waiting until the end for me.
Okay.
I got something to say.
So I'm gonna be devil's advocate here and kind of touch on what Moti was just saying towards the end of it there. So, how many times have we heard somebody decide not to get married to somebody because their standards were too high? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, just off record, I do think that there's no such thing as being too picky. You should definitely wait and find. But how many times have we done that where we've witnessed it or even, I mean, we could get it as a whole other topic, but even the parents get into it where they're the ones that are picky. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it's the fine line of pickiness. It's about you and them. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to be picky, but when your parents are getting involved in it, that's a whole scenario and
that's a whole other situation. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. But
sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the parents are not picky and they don't let what your wants hurt.
Yes.
They're like, no, who cares what they say?
Yes.
It's whatever they want.
What about,
you know what I'm saying?
What about the whole money thing? Now you guys are always, you guys quick to cancel me right quick. But how about a situation where a girl steps in and says, yo, I don't think he should be paying 30, 40 grand for me. He hits my points. Remember those points?
Yeah.
Hold on. Remember those points? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, if you want...
And then that be the reason why that they don't probably get married.
See, but then in that part, I feel like if the girl really wants to get married to that person, she needs to, work on that. That, you know what I mean? If that's... Man, is a whole that is a whole different story.
So
you gotta be heated now.
Picky right now.
Yeah, I guess just being picky in general. Like I said, coming from the opposite end, like we sit there,
Boys can be picky.
I know boys can be picky. I'm just saying, coming from the opposite end of this answer. Coming from the opposite end of this answer, how many situations where you didn't get married to that person because you thought that this thing was a big deal.
But a lot of the time it's just McCatty. Like, just because it went that far, like, them asking is McCatty. Like, maybe this was a reason why it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, everything's meant to. Everything's meant to.
So, like, we say it's sucky, but sometimes what we think is bad for us is good for us, and what's good for us is bad. You know what I mean? So.
But we're also told not to be too picky, though. Like, you can't...
Why are you looking at me, though?
Nitpick. I'm just looking at you because I already know where your answer's going to be.
We'll see. I've learned different things.
So, I mean, that's all I have to say about this. So, go ahead. It's on you.
Okay. I have been known to be the picky person in the family for some strange reason, but every time I was not picky and I tried to give people a chance, or it did not work out. So I think that there is obviously picky. Now, for instance, there's extremes, like girls like, well, no, if they don't have this amount of money or they're not making this amount of figures or whatever, like that part is like, okay, you're too picky. But on certain aspects, like the three top things that I just explained, yes, I'm gonna be picky about that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be picky about akhlaq. I'm gonna be picky about financial responsibility. I'm gonna be picky about attraction, because that's who I'm gonna live with. It's not who my dad or my mom or my brothers or my cousins or my grandma. It's not about them. It's about me. And one thing that I do want to say, but I don't want to say right now. But okay, that's it. Basically, that's it. Basically, you're allowed to be picky about certain things, but don't be extreme. Don't give a person a chance But at the same time, don't rush into things.
Would one thing make or break you? If it's the one
Certain
top
things.
thing.
Certain things, yeah, that's what I was
If it's
talking
one of your
about.
top three.
Like what?
2 out of the top 3 is good, but the third one is questionable.
Those are what is questionable about those 3 things? Those are very basic,
No.
common.
Are you talking about
life
pre-marriage
things.
or during marriage?
Pre.
Oh, pre. Yeah, I mean, she has every right to break that.
Yeah.
Up pre. But I'm saying during marriage, you'll give him a chance.
No, I better know beforehand.
Give me a chance.
That's the
chance.
thing. Okay, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But pickiness, that's my answer on pickiness.
Okay, so basically going on to the next topic, which I think that's what you're talking about, right? What do you look into? No, basically, what do you think couples should discuss before marriage?
Okay,
Is that what you want to get into this?
Let me get back.
So yeah, go ahead. Go back to you.
All right, I want to shout out to Hanan Asri for
Yes.
Salim. What is it called? Salim Life.
Don't put me on the spot right now.
I'm sorry, but
Salim Life Coaching.
she's a marital coach.
Yes.
Okay, premarital coach.
Premarital.
And it's very, very important that both parties know what they're getting into, discuss certain things. I mean, I think you should discuss everything.
I recommend going
think-
to doing that, by the way, before getting married.
100%.
It was amazing,
100%.
and I could only imagine all the advice you can get, from her and from people like that before getting married.
100%. Another thing is that you can ask all the questions, right? You can do all the things, but if you're not honest with yourself and to that person, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. Be honest.
Be yourself.
Own yourself. Own who you are. If you're not ready to get married, don't love nobody. Don't put nobody in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's what you need to discuss before you're getting married. Are you mentally ready? Are you emotionally ready? You know what I'm saying? So, thank you. My thing is, I was laughing. When I was driving here, I was like thinking about what I'm gonna say and stuff like that. And I was like, I would have loved to do like an escape room with somebody that I was gonna get married to. Because I wonder, are they gonna like contribute? Are they gonna help? Are they gonna give up? Are they gonna get frustrated?
Not
like
me.
you're gonna see them.
I'm horrible.
See, if I see that wouldn't be my type. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, it's nice. And another thing is I also wish that person came around my family. Like, I'm gonna put y'all on blast right now, my brothers. I'm gonna put y'all on blast. Like, you need your siblings to be involved. If it's, say for instance, you guys are getting married and there's a woman in your life, I would want to be around her. I would want to take her out. I would want to go out. I would want to see how she is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, well, sometimes you're love blinded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, in your head, in your mind, during that time when you're courting, you think nothing's wrong with them, right? But your siblings will be able to peep stuff. Like, yo, I saw this and I saw that, and you hang out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get down with that.
Yeah, so like I feel like there's so many things. Like, number one, it's not don't rush it. Get to know them, put them in different situations. You know what I'm saying? Try to get to know everything before you jump the gun. Because I feel like in my situations, I was already married religiously before I got to know them. So that's when it gets tough. That's when you're like, what what am I like?
You're stuck in a
you're
corner.
stuck. So definitely doing your homework doing the spy work.
The stalking.
No, I don't know.
Sada got, people at home are like, yeah,
You
Sada.
gotta do it. And then you gotta
All
help,
the girls.
help your sisters out, help your brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that.
Like you said, don't
not
lump
be
anybody.
liable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys know better. If you're gonna get married to a girl, you better treat her right.
All right, so, and same thing for guys, right?
Yeah.
All right, just make sure, we're even over here. Even Steven over here, all right? So basically, what do you think couples should discuss before marriage? Escape room for Abir. I'm writing down the notes, all right?
I just want to be in a situation where it's like all the emotions are going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there.
All right.
I mean, you could be my chaperone, just stand in the corner, don't help us. You know what I'm saying? But like, are we gonna figure this out? Are we gonna go through life together? Like, it's just a joke, guys.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Hold on, let me just do this for you. No, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that one. There you go. That was that one. Yeah, that's laughing. All right, that was a joke. I bet. All right, Moti, same question for you. What do you think couples should discuss before marriage?
Do you know how to make عصير المرأة?
Period.
Do you know how to make قمطة, فتوت, دمولة? No, I'm joking.
Fahsa.
Yeah, Fahsa. No, but Abir hit a lot of great points, man. Like I said, I mean, I kind of went on this a little bit, but I am a fan of talking before marriage. Like, I'm a fan of, each side getting questions that they want to ask and getting together and talking. But then there's a problem with that, guys, right? Like, I'm not gonna say no names, of course, but there was a situations where guys lied.
Yeah.
You know, there's situations where girls lied. So, you know, Asada brought up, be honest with each other.
Yeah, just be
Don't
yourself.
love nobody. Like, yo, you know, your heart has to be pure. You have to want to get married for yourself, not for your mom, not for your dad, not for people. Get married for yourself. If you're not ready, then wait. Don't love these girls or these guys.
It starts off with the intention. You know, when you got the intention and bifiniya, you know, everything else is going to work out.
And subhanAllah, there's someone for everyone. Don't feel like you have to be a certain way to fit a certain person's wants and needs because you want to be with that person. You're not going to be happy because your real self is going to come out. It may not come out today or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it's going to come out. And then you're going to be miserable because you made yourself a certain person for so long that you lost who you really are.
And then that person, too, is going to be like, wait, that's not the person that I knew. Like, I
you
thought you were
changed up.
this. Yeah, and then it's like the changing and whatnot. And that was my answer was basically just be yourself. It's I know it's hard, especially like even like just being nervous and jitters, and you're probably, you know, it's a new experience, especially
That's why
like
it's so important.
especially the pressure of like say, okay, mate, this is probably the potential person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, and you want to be a certain way, but yeah, and it happens. But I really think that you need to be able, and especially like be blunt as well from the start with everything, with how you are, what you expect, and everything.
If you don't like things, say you don't like them
Yeah,
now.
don't say, "Oh, when I will get married, he'll change."
Oh, no.
Or she'll change. When we get married, he'll stop doing that. No. Don't go into a relationship or marriage or whatever thinking you're gonna change that person, because guess what? You're not. And
They have to change
people will,
themselves.
yes, they're gonna have to learn. If they want to do something, they're gonna do it for themselves. They're not gonna do it for anybody else. And if they do it for anybody else, it's gonna stop one day, and you're gonna be all confused. Like, why aren't they not doing that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. We have some questions from people. All right, so here we go. I'm just trying to make sure. So, what do you think of dowry? How much should it be? More than 70K?
What?
70K.
What is
Is that mehed or is that
Well, yeah, Mehed.
All right. Okay, I just want to make sure. That's from Nedad, by the way. Then 100K Nedad, and she's laughing and then dying emoji. So, Moti.
Haram alaikum.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Moti answer this one, man. How much? What's the number? Because first of all, everybody's different, and this is like a sensitive conversation.
No,
but
We're
what do
just
you?
saying our opinions.
Yeah, it's just our opinions,
Yeah.
by the way, people.
Listen.
Just want to throw that out there. Because
In my-
Moti might mess up the
whatever-
game or help the game out right now. It
whatever
depends.
you're
Did anybody cancel Mohammed?
Yeah, we canceled. We had a couple cancels, Moti, by the way. Yeah, we had a couple cancels. Yeah, the
Yes.
comments are nice, but we got another comment. In most case, ask them if they would support Momo's ER. Yeah, I don't know about that, what that means. But go ahead. All right. Anyways, more than 70K, Moti?
Listen. As far as dowry, I am a fan of it. I'll never be here to say it should be zero. It should never be zero. You should always. It's like respect thing, you know. It's like the gift. You know what I'm saying? Dowry is needed. Dowry is definitely needed. But 70K, come on, guys.
No.
Hold on. I mean, there's situations why there's 70K. Because the girl is successful, right? She might be a doctor. She might... Hold on.
Prenup.
No, exactly. Why don't you go that route? In my opinion. You know, I think ain't nothing wrong with a prenup, guy or girl. You know, instead of, you know, have him suffer. Because that's also... You know what I'm saying? That's also a motivation for him. Like, I'm not going to lie, as a guy, if I get married to a family... And I know the standard right now is probably what, 25, 30 now right now?
No, that's
Is it more than that? I don't know.
There's
We
it's
don't do
crazy.
that,
It's
but-
crazy.
Anyways, I'm gonna say 25, 30. Me personally, if I'm a guy and this family knows the standard right now is whatever, 30, 40, and they come to me and they're a good family, they're whatever they have, and they come to me and be like, yo man, we heard a lot of great things about you, that. Yo, just give us 10. What? As a man? I'm gonna put your daughter on a pedestal.
Oh, exactly.
You know, for life.
Yeah.
Because I will forever remember how he looked out for me in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
People
I think
don't know. Dowries put people in debt.
100%.
Hold on, let me do that again, Moti, because you deserve a round of applause for this. And I think this is the video that we're going to take with a short clip, because it's very important. We're mentioning
Straight
dowry
up.
right now,
Straight
meh
up.
right now. Yeah,
All day.
the short clip. So, Moti, say it again what you're saying. It's very important to mention what you're saying about how, what if a father
Yeah, he's
told you?
gotta do it
So
first.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just basically saying, like, because the standards right now are like 30, 40 grand, just to get married, which is crazy. Oh, that's just for the girl. Then on top of that, you got to pay for the wedding and everything. You're looking at 100 grand, basically. So if a father came to me knowing the standards is up there, and if he comes to me saying, hey, we heard good things about you, you're a good dude, give me 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever. I'm definitely gonna freaking treat his daughter like a queen. Like she's supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not only for the time being and then I go and then I'll be successful and then I leave her. No. This is gonna be for life because you never forget the ones that looked out for you in the beginning.
And it's not the money thing; it's the respect thing,
Oh, 100%
and understanding,
100%.
understanding the
That's
situation.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you brought that up. It's not the money thing. It's him knowing the situation that I am, probably because he probably been through it. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna lie to you, a good father is really
Looking for what's good for
what's
his
good
daughter.
for his daughter. Yeah,
Not what he can get out of his
Hey,
daughter.
listen, people listen.
That's another great point.
People have divorce within a month of their marriage. People have divorce within a year, like over money. A lot of times it's over money. Some is over respect or whatever, but sometimes over money. It should not be over money. Never.
Yeah.
Never over money.
Especially if the two still want each other.
Yeah.
And you brought up a great point about how it just starts everybody in debt, pretty much. The guy in debt, at least,
You know, the crazy thing is that I don't even want to go into this because this is gonna get.
This is too much.
I'm about to say stuff that might get the girls mad. I don't want to get the girls mad.
We don't want to cancel Abir.
We're gonna cancel Ibn MOT.
No.
My thing is being
They gonna
real.
bring me back if I be
No,
canceled.
here, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just leave it here, and I don't care about what you guys say because it's my opinion. Okay, when people go to ask for your daughter, or whatever, and there's the meher, and then there's the ma'khar, right? They have all that situated, and then when the girl gets divorced, right? She asks for all this stuff afterwards, but you already made, you know what I'm saying, an agreement that, you know what I'm saying, that you're. This is a whole. Never mind.
No. This is a whole different topic for another show.
Okay.
I'm
with you.
Ibn out here.
I'm ready.
Ibn out here.
I'm ready.
Alright, so let me fly through these comments. Reman Gahim said, agreed, Sada, you should never go into a relationship thinking you'll eventually change something you don't like about
Love
them.
you, Remy.
Qamar said, it's all about your true intentions. Allah knows best. No one can ever change anyone but themselves. Yasmin Ubaid said, uncancel Moti. So you got uncanceled and canceled in the same 20 minutes, Moti.
Oh my god.
And yes, dowry effect, and then but they don't want to listen because they be so blind. Dowry affect marriage in the long run. Yes, so people are just chiming in with the conversation. We appreciate y'all comments and feel free to call in as well if you want to call in. So moving on to the next. What do you think about discussing before marriage? I think you guys covered it.
Yeah.
And we got a phone call right here. I want to make sure that this.
Katie,
We got the cuzzo Kareem in the building, man. Kareem is in the building. What you know about marriage, Kareem?
What I know about marriage?
Remember, we live, Kareem. Be careful.
What I know about marriage?
Yeah.
Man, I know a whole lot about marriage.
what you
Hey,
know?
by the way, this is how you gotta do. You gotta introduce yourself and tell us your age, just in case people are listening.
Age, single,
Single,
and ready to
status.
mingle. My cousin Kareem.
Talk to me, Kareem.
Single, ready to mingle.
Period.
You said mustache like a Pringle? Is that what you said? But go ahead, Kareem. Talk to us, man. Are you watching right now? Or are you just calling in? Do you want to discuss what we're?
Nah, I just decided to call in, tap in, and get my
Okay. So let me ask you a quick question, Kareem. This is a quick question for you.
Ask me a question, cuz
All right, as you personally, what do you think? What would you discuss with your hopefully future spouse before getting married? Like, what's one thing that you have to discuss with them that's important to you?
where their head's at, and I would ask them and get deep into detail on where their heart's at, depending on what they think is important love or loyalty? Because to me, loyalty is more important than love, because love can come and go at any given time. Loyalty stays forever.
Hey, that sounds
Hold on,
Hey,
Kareem right now is reading from somewhere.
Lil Durk. He's listening to Lil Durk too much.
Kareem, I'm 100% I'm 100% with that, and I believe that you can't sit here and say I'm loyal when you were never tested. Like loyalty shows when you're tested. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, loyalty and faith and honesty is the three most important things.
Wait, what was the second one?
Honesty and faith.
Faith.
Faith. Okay, Kareem.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Hello, but
I came in deep. I came in hot.
yeah, you did.
I changed the game up a little.
You did. You got Yusuf over here getting hype with you. Yusuf got hype when you said that, man. So we appreciate you, man. Loyalty is
And
important.
it goes both ways, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect y'all girl to be loyal if y'all not. Just saying.
Honesty is another key part of a marriage.
I mean, slow down, by the way, man. What are you doing right here, man? What you talking about right here, man? All right, but hey, Kareem, we appreciate it, man. Did you want to add on anything? My wife is laughing right now. All right.
Hey, nah, man. I just had to lay out 3 simple rules of marriage and how to stay.
All right, girls, that's what he's looking for.
A happy wife is a happy life.
Period.
Hey, yo, Kareem's soft as heck, dog.
No, that's what's up.
All right, ladies. Contestant number 1.
Yeah. 23, Kareem? 23, 24, what is it?
I don't even know what you just said.
Hey, but I'm gonna make sure I pull this clip out too. But and send it to you, man. But yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate the call, Kareem.
Kareem, I really like where your head's at. Keep it up.
Enjoy.
All right, man.
All
Take it
right,
easy,
bye.
man. He'll probably rewatch it and go from there.
He's gonna scroll all the way to his part when he gets
Heck
the
yeah, that's
phone
all you're
call.
gonna do. That's all you're gonna do. It's 58 minutes, Kareem. 57 minutes, maybe. Minutes is probably cracking up. Leave Kareem alone. All right. So, would you look into marrying someone who already has kids? Why or why not? And this is a question that I think is important to talk about and just kind of mention. So, I don't know who I should start with this right now. Moti, I know, has already done it. So, Moti, you want to just share with us why is that important? So, go ahead, Moti.
I before I got married to my wife, I came in the marriage with 2 children, and with me, when I was looking for my next wife, I have my sisters involved, my mother, and they're always like, what about this one? What about this one? I'm like, nah. I was telling my sisters before, I'm like, yo, it might be weird to some, but not to me, because I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm like, yo, I want to get married to a mom, And then they're like, you know how it is, and they're like, no, you don't have to. I'm like, no, it's very important to me. The reason why is, like I said, I'm coming to a marriage with 2 children. 2 children that I'm taking care of, that their mom is not around them like they used to be. So I was looking for a mother, because that's what my kids needed. I can't be their mother and father. It's very hard, and that was very important to me to get married to a mother, because she could at least look at my kids, just like hers, because she has one of her own, and that love to me is, it's great, and thank God that it worked out with me, because my wife treats my kids like her own. You guys, I can't,
And vice versa.
Oh, vice versa, yeah. And I can't, and my kids love her like crazy. You guys, I can't even put it in words. I can't put it in words. Like, that relationship worked out.
Dynamic.
Yeah, that relationship worked out so great to me, and I'm so blessed for that. Because there's a lot of situations where that don't work out.
Yeah, it's hard.
and,
Blended families are hard.
Yeah, and then vice versa. If she had a boy, and I got him when he was 1 year old, and which to me is at a great age, in my opinion, because you don't want to have that older kid that says, "You're not my daddy."
Yeah.
You're not my dad.
Those are the worst words. Even though that's something you could work with him about, but when you get him young and he sees you a lot, you gotta explain to him that, like, yo, I'm your uncle. I married your mom, and I love you too. You know what I'm saying? And he can learn that as he's growing, instead of being older and like having that conflict.
Sada, this is an important question for some people, because Sada's not married, right? So this is a question I think it's important to ask for people that are in your similar situation. Would you look into marrying someone who already has kids?
And this
Be
is-
real, man. Don't be afraid, man. Keep it real.
And in the nicest way possible, no. And it's not to shame anyone. Like if somebody is a great person, and I will never judge them from what they've been through. Like how about this? I wouldn't mind someone that has been divorced, but I just feel like that I want to share that beautiful experience. Like I want it to be fresh for both of us, And I think it's a lot to handle. It's really a lot to handle, and I just feel like that marriage is a whole new situation for me, and then going in and that person has a child too. It's just too much. It's just too much for personally me. I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. So yes, I wouldn't mind someone that's been divorced or been engaged or but a child, personally no, I would not be able to do that.
Big sis, same question going to you.
I agree with Moti. So I have a son, and I would want a father figure for my son, and not just any dad, a good dad. You know
Great
what I'm saying? I want someone that my son could look up to, and even finding a spouse. What's important to me too is if they're a good dad. That's one of my important things because Ramsey has great uncles, amazing grandfather. Allah yarhamah. He had great father figures, but you know what I'm saying. He doesn't have anyone to call his own. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I would be. Like that, I have to pay attention. It's not all about me no more. It's about him too. Like I want his dad to be athletic because my son is athletic and he wants to play sports. So it would be somebody that is really good in sports that can help him. Just someone good on their deen. So I would want someone that's also a father because I don't think you have those fatherly instincts until you have your own child.
And the motherly instincts, and that's why I wouldn't be able to do it because I probably wouldn't have that.
Sada, I agree. Me personally, I don't think anybody in Sada's position should get married and take on that responsibility because it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Sure. And then you don't know. I know you have younger brothers, younger nephews. It ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you can see them for a little bit.
100%.
And the thing is, but I think there's a limit of how many kids the other person.
See, hey, is that considered picky?
No,
Too picky?
No,
man.
What's the limit?
3. That's the most.
3.
That's the most.
Damn, that's
but
the
what
most.
if one of them is what if one of them is 17?
No, it's
It's about
too
to
old
be
for
18.
me. No.
All right.
3?
That is pretty much it right there for that question. And I just want to also just say shout out to the second sponsor. Before we move into the last question, believe it or not, if anybody has any question that they're watching, you guys got, I've been trying to share all the questions. Okay, if the dowry meant is a gift, shouldn't it be given by the man, not be stated by the father? So basically, that's a great one. That's Qamar. That's Qamar. That's Qamar. She wants to clap. The crowd wants to clap for that one. Qamar, sorry.
Right. And I like that because if it's a gift, let the husband decide how much.
See, that's tough.
That's
tough.
But I like though, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but I like when people go you know what, whatever, you gift my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that too.
And to me, that shows first of all, your character is gonna show how much you're willing to.
And you know what? And the gift doesn't necessarily have to be about the money. He could probably be like, "Hey, I'll buy a house, and I'll put her name on it." You know what I mean?
Hey, as a man, trust me, there's not one man over here that don't want to ice out their wife.
Yeah, but sometimes they're not.
What I mean, I know.
No, some people
I'm not
are
talking about in the
stingy.
beginning. I'm not talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's not one man here that don't want to put that gold chain or the belt on their wife. Everybody want to do that. Trust me. But my problem is you're demanding it.
Yeah.
At that time, when I don't have it, I gotta pay for this wedding. You ain't going 50-50 with me no more, like how they used to back in the day, going 50-50 with the guy.
Yeah.
I'm paying for this wedding, so I'm all don't put me in debt. Let me work my way up, and I guarantee you, if she's spoiled with me, and you as a parent spoiled with me, your daughter will be forever taken care of. Straight up.
Yeah, I think it's sad when a lot of the dads take all the money. Allah yarhamah, my dad with my dowry or whatever, he bought all gold with it and made sure that it stayed with me and it was my gift. You know what I'm saying? So some dads don't. Some dads take it. And some dads,
No, and it's hard
there's a lot
too
of
because this is something hard to break, the cycle to break, because then they're like, okay, how about this family? They did this, and how about this or this?
we need to stop
this.
that.
Yeah,
we need to stop.
it's a toughy conversation.
Yeah, she said age don't matter, by the way. Qamar said that. Just want to throw that out there too. The second sponsor The second sponsor for anyone. All right. So the second sponsor is Leo's Coney Island in Royal Oak. Shout out to Umar Al-Halimi over there in Leo's. Their location is 110 South Main Street, Royal Oak, Michigan. Their number is 1248-336-8093. If you're looking for some delicious American style food, you know, Coney's, fried chicken gyro, breakfast, you know, they have great chili over there too. You know, Leo's has been around for a very long time, but the best one of all is the one in Royal Oak. Shout out to Leo's Coney Island in Royal Oak. Ahmad Halimi, we appreciate you. Again, that's one of the sponsors. The other one was Give to Gain of this week. And now moving on to the last and final question, which is the most important question probably, and it's, how do you know you found the right spouse? Like, when does that moment...
Let's start with you.
Let's start with me on this
Yeah.
one. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't prepare for this question, so let me think about this moment. I'm gonna be honest with you. First of all, you already know that I asked you guys about, you know, my wife, Emel, and, you know, I had to ask y'all. So, once I got that confirmation from you, that's when I kind of already, like, felt like, okay. And then getting to know her and hearing the answers and just getting to know her. It wasn't, like, one specific moment. It was just more of, like, getting to know the person. And then once it hit that moment, I was like, yeah. But it was, you guys were big, you know, believe it or not. Your answers were huge, you know, because obviously I didn't know her like that. But hearing it from you and, you know, Sada as well. So that kind of what, like, helped me take that leap of faith in a way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? I took this question a little differently.
Okay.
I didn't take it as like before you got married. I took it as when you finally realized.
Oh yeah, that too. That's what I'm saying. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere.
I don't think
that's
he's
what I'm
done.
saying. Yeah, I was. That's what I'm saying.
So good right there. So that's what he felt.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what it was. It was over time getting to know that. But you know, obviously, it wasn't. It definitely happened to me personally. It would have happened before marriage. You wanted to get like basically know for sure that that's the person. I would hope that it's not after you're married where you sit there and say that, okay, I found the right person.
Know, some people are arranged and they don't get that experience.
So no, for sure. I understand that part. I understand that part. But that was my response.
Sometimes they're like amazing before, and then afterwards they're just like, you're like, what?
Yeah, but this question basically is focused on the positive. How do you know that you found your right spouse? So I'm going to let Moti go next, and then let Sada, then Abir, you're going to end us off on this show.
When I found out that I married the right person, you know, I know it's probably something, you know, small, but this is how it got me. When a situation happened where I was going somewhere and my wife was going somewhere.
Story time.
And then my kids said, I want to go with Auntie Sada. Instead of me. That's when I knew.
That's tough.
She's doing a great job with my kids, and my kids are my heart. Mm-hmm. So if she's taking care of my heart, I found the right one.
Aw, that was cute. You had the arm.
That was for the Moti. I'm sorry, that was the wrong timing. That was for the Moti, but hold on, I got you with the ah. That was a great answer. Alright, I got the
We'll together, ready? 1, 2, 3.
See, I don't want to mess up because it be. There you go. I'm not gonna mess up because sometimes these buttons will say the wrong you know what I'm saying? So Moti, that was a great answer. And the one thing I also want to mention too, and I didn't mention this. How do you know you found the right spouse? Believe it or not, at least for me, in-laws, the family. I knew Uncle Shoop. You know, I know Amity as well. No, seriously. I'm being serious.
Yeah, we
if it's
I
one
knew
thing
them.
I could say is all of you guys have amazing in-laws.
Yeah.
I love all of them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Uncle Shoop, I knew what he stood for. Obviously, I'm friends with Haylan. You know, we grew up together. So
That's
like,
the nice thing about knowing.
yeah, Uncle Shoop, man. You know, like I knew. You know, I mean, like I said, I grew up with Haylan, so I knew what's up. And Amity, like angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mashallah.
So mashallah, man.
Do you remember when you told me about, you know, you're like, yo, I'm gonna
Ass.
What I tell you about that? I said, Yahya Nagi's family A1.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I told him straight up. Like,
Shout out to the Shoops.
Like they're A1.
Shout out to the
We love
Shoops.
you.
You know, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
But in-laws are very important.
Very important. Just wanted to throw that out there as well. Sada T, how do you know you found the right spouse for you? I mean,
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I can't. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to make this up because God knows how it will happen, when will it happen. But let me tell you guys this. Like, I just want to make sure when it does happen, that I really love all of my siblings and whatnot. And I think you guys' opinions really do will affect whatever decision I make in the future. So if it's just green lights, if it's green lights going down, I guess that's when I'll know. And saling istikhara and and making sure that you feel good. I'm assuming that's good. That's how it's gonna feel. So inshallah.
I mean, I could tell you how you'll feel if it's not the right one.
I knew it was coming.
Okay, no. I think honestly, you'll know when it's the right person when you want, you can go to them for anything. You know what I'm saying? When you have a tough day, that's the one person that you want to go home and talk to about what's going on. It's the person that's going to be like your cheerleader for life. You know what I'm saying? Your person that's going to help you become the best version of yourself. Like when you feel good about being around that person and having the mindset together and just I don't know, I think you'll know, personally, you'll be happy to be around.
And that's what people, I usually ask, my friends or, people that I know that are in healthy relationships. I tell them, how do you know? How do you know? And they're like, you just know. They just say, you just know. You feel it in your heart. It's a feeling that you never felt before about someone else, and you just know. And I'm like, all right.
Isn't that the Kim Kardashian? How do you know? I know. Or is that her?
This is a TikTok.
There's a TikTok.
No one will know.
That's what it was.
How will they know?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Actually, trying to do something sneaky or hide something.
Okay. I thought that was what it was.
So.
Well, any final last comments, Sada Moti? I mean, y'all the guests. Y'all got any final comments y'all want to say?
This was fun.
Yes.
This was entertaining and inspiring, and I learned a lot from you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like we all kind of got a little emotional and stuff about what we want and whatnot.
Yeah. I believe times and generation changes people. We grow and learn differently. I'm a grown woman, 38, alhamdulillah, with 2 kings, 21 and 17, alhamdulillah. Again, besides age, we all look for what our heart desires. Shout out to Qamar, man. She's a real one, man.
She wrapped that up.
Qamar, seriously, Qamar.
We love you.
We appreciate you, Qamar. Thank you. Ahmad said, I love Abir's answers. Yes, I agree. Love you, baby daddy. Shout out to Amal. And then Qamar and then said, mutual connections comes from good intentions. I agree with that. Moti, you want to say a final line?
Yeah, man. Great show. I appreciate everybody that was tuning in, asking us questions. I love my family.
Yes. Hey.
See, can you...
I didn't never answer your question.
Oh, no, it's for another show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for another show. So you know how we end it? Well, I'm happy Moti said that. All right, we're gonna end it with this. All right, we're gonna just end this show. We do not own rights to this music, by the way. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Oz Media 313 YouTube page, Oz Media Apple Spotify podcast. You can listen to us there or watch the show on our YouTube page. See you all next week Tuesday. Inshallah, the topic is gonna be about role models. We will see you all. Have a great rest of your week.